Today, we will talk about the Higher Education Act of 1965, HEA, a law designed to provide financial assistance to post-secondary school students and to strengthen the educational resources of the colleges and universities of the United States. The Higher Education Act of 1965 is a law designed to provide financial assistance to post-secondary school students and to strengthen the educational resources of the colleges and universities of the United States. This includes increased federal funding for institutions, scholarship programs, low-interest loans to students, and the establishment of the National Teachers Corps. The act was signed into law on November 8, 1965, and has been reauthorized by Congress multiple times since. President Johnson advocated for the passage of the Higher Education Act with the goals of increasing educational opportunities for lower and middle-income families, supporting small colleges, and improving library resources at higher education institutions. The act has made college education affordable for millions of Americans through grants, work-study opportunities, and federal student loans. The Higher Education Act of 1965 has several titles, including Title I, which provides funding for extension and continuing education programs, Title II, which authorizes grants for recruiting, educating, and training teachers, Title III, which contains provisions for strengthening developing institutions, and more. The Act has undergone multiple reauthorizations and amendments over time. The HEA established financial aid options for students attending post-secondary schools in the U.S., including programs like Pell Grants and Stafford loans. Pell Grants, which do not need to be repaid, are available to undergraduate students based on financial need and cost of attending school. Stafford loans, which can be direct subsidized or direct unsubsidized, are offered to students in need of financial assistance. The HEA was reauthorized every 5 years from its initial passage in 1965 until 2008 and has failed to gain formal reauthorization since 2013. Its programs have continued to operate on temporary extensions since then, with proposed changes including a simplified student aid application process and an increase in the maximum size of Pell Grants. The HEA technically expired at the end of 2013, but its programs were allowed to continue to operate as Congress debated proposed changes to it. In 2020, the Senate was nearing an agreement on a reauthorization and update of the HEA when the COVID-19 pandemic placed discussions about it and many other matters on hold. The National Education Association calls the HEA the cornerstone of college affordability for Americans. At this time, 34% of college undergraduates receive Pell Grants to help pay for their education, which speaks to the impact of the HEA on making college education accessible to more students. Title IV authorizes and funds scholarships, low-interest loans, and work-study programs for students at eligible colleges and universities. Its best-known programs include Pell Grants and Stafford loans. Higher education refers to a course of study beyond the high school level, leading to the award of a degree, diploma, or certificate. This can encompass studies at colleges, universities, professional schools, or technical schools. In the context of the Higher Education Act, a Title I school is a post-secondary institution that receives direct federal assistance to enhance its library or strengthen its programs. The Higher Education Act of 1965 has stood the test of time as it continues to make college education accessible to Americans of modest means. Its core concept, though facing challenges, has served generations of students and remains an important piece of legislation in the U.S. Here are 4 key takeaways. 1. The Higher Education Act of 1965 has failed to gain congressional reauthorization since 2013 but continues to operate on temporary extensions. 2. The HEA provides financial assistance to college students, including subsidized grants and loans to qualified post-secondary school students. 3. Pell Grants and Stafford loans are among the programs created through the HEA. 4. The HEA also directly funds college continuing education programs, school libraries, and teaching resources. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.